At 4:11 p.m., Megan freezes mid-scroll. She's looking at a photo from last semester. Her, two friends, and a girl standing near the fridge, half in shadow, smiling softly toward the camera. Her roommate, Emily, except Megan doesn't remember Emily being there when the picture was taken. She remembers that night clearly, just her and her friends, no extra girl in the kitchen. The photo flickers as she zooms in. For a split second, Emily's eyes distort, too wide, too reflective, before the screen snaps back to normal. Uneasy, Megan swipes to another photo. Emily is there too. A different day, different outfit, same quiet smile. Always at the edge of the frame, always slightly turned toward the lens, as if she wasn't supposed to be part of the moment, just observing it. Megan is 21, a reserved neuroscience major renting a cheap 2-bedroom apartment near her Midwestern university. Emily was already living there when Megan moved in. Quiet, polite, paid her share in cash, kept to herself. They shared space but not friendship. But now Megan realizes something unsettling. She hasn't seen Emily in person for weeks. No footsteps at night, no late tea clinking, no murmured phone calls through the wall. The door to Emily's room stays closed. Its edge is cold to the touch, as if the air inside never warms. Bills arrived that afternoon. The electric statement lists 2 tenants, Megan Harper and Emily Scott. Finally, proof she hasn't imagined her roommate. Megan brings the bill to the landlord's office. "Can you confirm my roommate's portion?" she asks. The receptionist frowns. "You don't have a roommate," she says. "That unit is registered to 1 tenant. What about the second bedroom?" Megan insists. "Emily's room." "There is no second bedroom," the woman replies slowly. "Your lease is for a studio plus, just 1 living space." Megan's chest tightens. Back home, she spreads her lease across the table. 1 name, 1 key fob, 1 rent amount. No mention of a second person. She opens her phone again. Kitchen selfies, birthday photos, study nights. In every image, Emily appears somewhere. Sometimes barely visible, sometimes clearer. Always positioned like a shadow slipping into the frame. When Megan shows the pictures to the landlord the next day, the woman blanches. "Who is that girl?" she whispers. "My roommate," Megan says weakly. The landlord steps back. "Honey, you live alone." Desperate, Megan corners her friends between classes. "You remember Emily, right? Long hair? Quiet?" They exchange looks, confused ones. One finally nods. "I think so. She was always around." "What did she sound like?" Megan asks. A pause. I don't remember," her friend admits, "but I remember her being there." Another swears she once hung out in Emily's room, but when asked to describe the room, she can't. "It felt cold," she says. "That's all I remember." That night, the apartment feels smaller, the hallway darker. The air under Emily's bedroom door is icy, seeping across the floor like a draft from a freezer. Megan scrolls through the photos again, this time in order. 2 months ago, Emily in the background, barely noticeable. Last month, closer. Last week, standing behind Megan's shoulder. Yesterday, almost touching her. The more recent the picture, the nearer Emily appears, as if she's been moving through time from the edges of Megan's life toward its center. Hands shaking, Megan grabs the doorknob to Emily's room. It's freezing. She twists, pushes. The room is empty, bare floors, bare walls, no furniture, no clothes, no blankets, no signs anyone ever lived there, except for the photographs. Dozens of printed pictures line the walls in uneven rows, every one of them of Megan. Megan cooking, Megan studying, Megan unlocking the front door, Megan asleep in bed. And in each photo, Emily stands progressively closer. The final image, centered on the far wall, shows Megan sleeping peacefully, while Emily stands inches from her face, eyes wide open, staring into the lens with a kind of unnatural focus. Some people say Emily was a squatter who slipped in unnoticed. Others believe she was an identity ghost, someone who lived in the gaps of paperwork and memory. But a darker theory circulates quietly among students, that some beings don't occupy rooms at all. They occupy photos, drifting closer each time someone remembers them. So who was Emily? A forgotten tenant? A stalker without a name? Or something that only exists when captured on a screen? What do you think Megan truly lived with?